What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's Action After Item, and we are diving into Amber Dalsin's Action After Item, which was to find your one thing. All right, to find your one thing. And as we dive into this week's Action After, we're going to give you 3 separate Action After items that you can start diving into to get that clarity on what is the next step. What is the thing you need to do to start finding direction in your life? And we're going to change it up this week a little bit. Amber walked us through basically an audio that she plays to herself every single day that helps her get clarity on what is her one thing. And so the first part of the action after this week is we are simply going to tune back into that sort of guided meditation, guided talk that Amber gave us on our last episode, so you can start figuring out what your one thing is you need to do. So we're going to jump into that from Amber. Go ahead, listen, jump into that, and we'll see you right back after that.
So I say to yourself, okay, Amber, sit comfortably in your chair. Take a big, deep breath in. Take a big, deep breath out. Big, deep breath in. Big, deep breath out. I want you to breathe in lightness and confidence. Breathe out stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. Breathing in. Breathing out stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And I want you to just connect back into your body. You know who you are. You know where you want to go. You know what is important to you. And I want you to identify and prioritize the one thing you need to do today to move you closer to your goals. And I want you to get really clear on what today's one action is. And I want you to figure out when you can complete that one action. And if there's anything else coming to your mind, I want you to think in your mind's eye when you can write it down to the other thing. But I want you to focus on that one idea today that's going to move the needle you need to do. And I want you to imagine yourself completing that to-do item. I want you to imagine how you feel when it's done. And I want you to take another big, deep breath in. Breathe out. And breathe in ease and confidence. And then breathe out. And then just bring your awareness back to your room. And then I know what I need to do.
All right, you are back from Amber's meditation on finding that one thing. And I think you and I both know right now that you now know what is the one thing that you need to start acting on immediately. All right, so the second part of this action after item is going to be exactly that. The second part is I want you to ask yourself, what is the one thing you need to do today to get closer to one of the goals you have for yourself in your life? All right, now part of the key as you do this is you may naturally, as you go throughout life, go, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do the other. There's 25 or 35 or 55 or 10,005 things that you need to do to get to the goal. But the key here is saying, what's just the one thing that you need to do next? I was listening to this gentleman earlier. They call him, I think, the Iron Cowboy. And he ran 101 Ironmans in a row consecutively, day after day. So for 101 days, he ran an Ironman every single day, which is just a ridiculous task to take on. But he was talking about how when he began training for this, if he started to look at it like, how do I complete the 101 Ironmans? He's like, my brain wouldn't have even been able to fathom that. And he said even before that, when he started training, he started with a 4-mile fun run, and he wouldn't have been able to fathom running 10 Ironmans, right? His thing was he could do one thing that day to get him closer to the bigger goal. But he said, you got to figure out what's your big goal that you want, put it on the shelf, and then ask yourself, what is the thing you need to do today to start moving forward? All right, so now that you've went through that meditation from Amber, I want you to ask yourself, what's the one thing you can do today to start moving closer to a goal that you have for yourself in your life? All right, it could be any goal. It could be the goal of figuring out what's your next step. It could be the goal of, you know what that next step is and you need to go do research on it. It could be, you know where you want to work, you know what you want to do. Now you just need to send some emails, do some outreach, talk to some people, make some connections, build your network, right? But what's the one thing you need to do? And then the third part of this action after item, which is my personal favorite part, is you got to go do it. All right. So now that you know what is the one thing you need to do, that's half the battle. The second half of the battle, or not the battle, the second half of claiming the victory in your life is going out and doing it and executing on that one thing. All right. So again, very simple this week. You are going to ask yourself and figure out what is your one thing. First part, go again if you need to. Listen to that meditation Amber gave us. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift. The second part, ask yourself what's that one thing. The third part is go act on that. All right, you can do this every single day. If you want to jump back into this episode on the daily and just listen to that meditation, go ahead and use this as a tool, as a resource to make yourself present and give yourself clarity every single day on what is your one thing. All right, so that's the action after for this week with Amber Dalsin. And other than that, my friends, go have a phenomenal rest of your day as you act and execute on your one thing.